The Alliance needs you. I need you. To like and subscribe.
Welcome back to Mass Effect. I'm still sick, but feeling a little bit better. And I wanted to do this one. You found a confidential transmission while on Feros. It is unclear exactly what's going on, but it appears ExoGeni sent some kind of sample to a research facility on Nodacrux. They say Nodacrux is located in the Vostok system of the Maroon Sea cluster. Head there and find out what's going on. So, let's do that. As you might recall, what we found on Feros was the Thorian, a strange plant being, actually, that could control minds. Maroon Sea, of course, is like one of the last ones I look at. Oh wow, there's a bunch of systems here. Caspian, Vostok, that's the one. And so any samples or spores, yeah, could be Thorian spores. Could be perhaps some of those infected humans just like intact. So whatever we're going to find in this system, it's probably not going to be pretty. Nodacrux right there. Oh, hey, unknown. There we go. Metallic asteroid. A heavy metal. That's great. Hydrogen helium gas giant. Meteorix writings recovered. Scans of Pataiton. What a name. Revealed a strange unmanned vessel in orbit around the planet. Tali brought it on board and determined it was a Sari-made, but very old. She discovered several ancient artifacts inside the vessel, including one of Matriarch Dillanaga's writings. And that's it for scanning stuff. I'm gonna have to edit the subtitles on this video a lot, because anytime I say people or places' names, generally the subtitle software doesn't understand that, and I have to
Looks like we've
manually
got an
fix
active
it.
distress beacon on the planet below, Commander. No message, just a locator signal.
Nodacrux is a verdant world with abundant water, temperate climate, a thick nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere, and a rich ecosystem. It would seem to be perfect for life. The relatively high percentage of oxygen makes humans feel energized and alive, though it has also allowed insect analogs to grow to frightful sizes. Unfortunately, Nodacrux is a case of almost not quite. Thunderstorms are as common as on Earth, but in Nodacrux's thicker, oxygen-rich atmosphere, they are deafening and spark constant wildfires. More damning, however, are the large and ubiquitous tufts of pollen that float on the high-pressure air. In humans and other oxygen-breathing species, they cause severe or lethal allergic reactions. That's why it bothers me in so many sci-fi movies or TV shows when people land on planets and they do not have masks or protective gear. Even if it's a breathable atmosphere, like that does not mean that it's safe at all. You can already see red dots over there. And you can see the pollen floating through the air. That's really cool. It's just a particle effect, but it's very nicely done. Ooh, look at that. But just because it's breathable doesn't mean that it's safe to do that, or, you know, think about what kind of germs you might be spreading, or that might be present on the planet. Rather than look at our map, I'm just going straight for this location. Oh, right, and yes, it is completely filled with Thorian creepers. Which we can just bully a little bit. And there's one over there. We can just boink. There it goes. Great, great, great. This is not a real structure. Like, I guess it is a structure, but you can't go inside it. I think it's just meant to convey that there's outposts here. I was gonna say, where did it go? Boop. It's still alive. Let's see. What do they do when they get close? Not much, huh? I'm a little scared to let them do their vomiting thing. Just blast them a little. Is he dead yet? Yes. Now there's just that one that I hit really far. He's still alive. Oh, I'm about to land right on top of him. Howdy. He's got like half health. How do you do that? Okay, now for real though. This outpost. That is something there could be loot. Because this is just one of those units that you can go inside of. Okay, grab weapons. I want to make sure you all have... Yeah, you have a weapon equipped. Can't do anything with this. I use this burnt out model a lot of a speeder. You'll actually see that exact design in the second and third game as well for different cars. And we have 3 different containers to loot. All are locked. Hard decryption, okay. There we go. Do we also get better loot? I guess not. Not really. I can look at my Firestorm shotgun is what they got. Nothing interesting. Pistol. No, Volkov was a sniper. I have a Volkov 7 and this is a 9. So it's a little better. Explosive 7 for my grenades. And we've already established that this armor, we're good on armor. I'm so sorry. I still have never found Thorian armor. And I haven't gone to look for it either. I'm sure Mr. Morlan on the Citadel, Morlan's famous shop, he has specifically got a tab for non-human armors. So I think I could find something there. Usually I would use the equip any armor glitch for Tally or Rex or myself. Or Shepard. Or I would just happen to be able to find some really, really good armor for them just on the road. But I can't recall, having played so much already, without ever finding better armor for Tally. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, there's the deposit that we want. There we go. Another happy landing. Let's survey this gold deposit. Oh. I was gonna press the button, come on. There we go. We're also almost completed with our mineral collection. I can actually show you here. Assignments. The quest is updated to be called UNC ExoGeni Facility. You've got valuable minerals. 18 out of 20 heavy metals. And as you can see, all the other ones are higher than what we had to get. So that's nice. And I can look at the map and see the science facility we have to go to is down here. Debris and anomaly. Where's the other stuff? Let me look on the on the wiki. Well, they're not making it easy for us. There's a mineral all the way, kind of like down there. And everything else is on the eastern side of the map. Now we can climb these mountains relatively okay though, so far. I do enjoy these kind of verdant worlds. If there is one thing you may have noticed, there's no vegetation other than this little bit of grass. That's just instanced all around. I think that's just something you can do with procedural generation. Or maybe a shader, something like that. Like it'll just automatically pop grass here and there. You don't have to manually place it. Or you could use a brush tool when you're making levels and just paint it on. But I'm willing to bet that they just used certain height maps, like black and white images, and then it would know like anything that's flat enough can be green. But I'm not sure. Maybe they did do some manual painting here and there. At least the placement of all the facilities and all that must have all been done by hand. But there's no trees or anything or other types of vegetation. And I assume that's because of just the limited technology of the time. They had to make this game work on the Xbox 360. And then to add a bunch of trees, because if there are only a couple trees, it would also be weird, right? So if you put in a bunch of trees, that would probably just be difficult to render, and then make the game perform worse. Oh, we're going upside down again. Yeah. How many points do I get for that? We have arrived. Cobalt deposit. Got it. And then it's off to all the other stuff on the map. Ouch. Okay, we've made it to an open field. There's nothing going on here. Very close, though, and then assume because that's way too steep for us to climb. We're gonna go around. There's an anomaly. Here it is. Ancient debris. Which we can recover. And it will be another Thorian insignia. We recover a batch of files containing data on the Thracia colony. Lots of them are named after ancient, I think, Roman and Greek places. I've got to figure out how to get further south from here. I think we can climb the mountains here, over here, this path, and then get to our next location. Nice view from here. Like, that would seem like a really cool location up there. But no way to get there from this side. Oh yeah, you've not seen these before, but these are space cows. They're just a very weird little creature design that someone at BioWare did, and I don't know who it was that said, you know what, put them in the game. But it's funny that someone gave the green light and say, yeah, just plop them down on some of the verdant planets. Now, I don't know which one. If it's one of these. You can kill them. I think it gives renegade points. No, it doesn't. No, you're just an ass for doing it, I guess.
You lead, I'll follow.
Here's the crashed probe. And then slightly further south is the facility that they took some of those Thorian samples to. You can already see on the minimap that there are enemies. And it's gonna be just more what we're used to, more Thorian creepers. If you kept the anti-Thorian gas grenade upgrade, which I have, then you can still just use that in these side quests, and it will be just as effective. Am I on the cool platform now? I think I might be. And it'll just be just as effective as it was on Feros. Oh yeah, look at that. I want to... Oh, I missed. I want to see. Yeah, goodbye. Goodbye. It does not get old. And goodbye. It doesn't kill them. Look at how much they bounce around there. Fall damage is a joke. Well, we can. I don't want to fall all the way down there. Well, it looks like I have no control over that. I want to get back up to this facility.
Area secured.
I can see them down there. I could just shoot these guys from here, maybe. Look at how many shots that takes. And then there is actually one that's even further away. Somewhere. I may go chase down the last one later. I literally cannot see him, he's that far away. But be prepared to enter a facility completely filled with more of those creepers. Oh yeah, you can see some fleshy growths already right there. Upgrade kit. Sledgehammer rounds, high explosive rounds. I do love high explosive rounds. Maybe I can give that to somebody. Equipment, tally. Blast radius, heat generation, weapons, force, and damage. It'll be hilarious, come on. And then there are a bunch of the creepers around. Stay back here. Oh yeah, they get knocked over. I do have a lot more heat generation with the two real extensions I've put on the pistol. Tally, can you really not do carnage? Is that just not possible for you? No, there you go. See? She just needs line of sight. Great. They just keep coming, huh? Damping and... Nope. That's great. I can also do warp. It wasn't really necessary. Ooh! Alright. That's it for the main room, but I suspect there will still be a couple in the two rooms in the back. Or maybe not. I don't see any red dots. Well, these are like these cryopods that they also used for deep space travel. Well, this person's just regular dead. Some weapons. Here's another locker. That's it for this room. Oh, no, one more crate. And then the other side, it has a marker, so I assume that that's like our quest objective.
Rescuers? Oh, thank God. See? I told you somebody would come to investigate that signal. My name is Dr. Ross, Chief ExoGeni researcher at this facility. We've been trapped in this room for days. We're almost out of food and water. You got here just in time.
I need some answers.
Not so fast. First, you're gonna tell me why this place is overrun with Thorian creepers.
How do you know about the Thorian?
I killed it.
I know what ExoGeni was up to. I saw what they let the Thorian do to those colonists, so I destroyed it.
Our secret's out then. No point in my lying. You already know the worst. The creepers here were created using altered samples from the specimens on Feros. We discovered a way to turn them into docile, obedient servants. Everything was going fine until a few days ago. Then all the creepers suddenly went berserk. Only a handful of us made it back into the safety of this room.
Why didn't you send a clear message asking for help? All we had was that signal from the emergency beacon.
This is a closed communications base. ExoGeni was worried about someone on the project selling secrets to a rival firm or reporting our work to the authorities. We have no direct communication with the outside, only the emergency beacon. It sends a general distress signal to the ExoGeni site on Feros. They're supposed to send a team to respond inside of 24 hours, but it sounds like they had problems of their own.
Yeah, they got wiped out by Geth.
Any chance some of the other people at the base might still be alive?
I doubt it. Too many creepers out there. They never stood a chance. We're the only ones left.
I've heard all I need to.
Look, I know what we did here was wrong. I'll admit that. But it's over now. There's no sense reporting this to the authorities, right?
Somebody has to pay.
Too many people died here. Their blood is on your hands.
Be reasonable. I didn't mean for this to happen. Besides, how does it help anyone if I end up in jail? Normally ExoGeni would have my back, but it sounds like they're going to have their hands full cleaning up the mess on Feros. But I've got money. A nice little emergency fund I set up. It's yours if you let us go.
I don't need money, though. I should kill you right now. I can be like your... yeah, let's be mean. Why not?
This isn't about money. It's about justice. Blood for blood.
That's not going to happen. Open fire. Open fire!
Let's see, that mercenary back there. No? There. What I can do is lift. Wow, we both missed. And the scientists are just dead really quickly. What do we do? That and sabotage. Hello, did you not do what I asked you to do? I said sabotage. There we go. ExoGeni's second-rate mercs proved no match for a trained Alliance Marine. With the last of the science crew dead, there's no reason to linger here. So yeah, only you can accept the bribe and... Oh, Mary Jo. You can accept her bribe and then they live, I guess, and go back to work at ExoGeni. Or if you want to be Paragon or Renegade, you reject the bribe. Either because you feel they deserve to die, which is more Renegade, or because you simply think that they must be held responsible for the death of all these people that worked here. And they turn hostile. And that's all there is to it. But I suppose we made the galaxy a little bit safer. Because maybe that technology about Thorian creepers... turning them docile. Like, you're basically taking... basically, like... taking zombies and saying, well, we can... once we can control them, we can use them for menial labor. Doesn't seem like a good idea. Oh, hello. That's our last creeper. Well, he's... now that that's done as well. Great. So we can get off this planet. And on to something new.
Commander, Caden here. Please like and subscribe.